Oh, good evening, everyone. Oh, let's lock the door. Let's soundproof yourselves in. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Oh, hello. People have said, how's the ear? You'll find out shortly. It's here. The ear's fine. Good evening. Oh, the ear is here. 89 people. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. That's Jason Cook made that music. It's incredible. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, self-isolators, homeschoolers, and everyone else. Good evening to the unemployed, for whom this is Thursday. Welcome to the show. I have post shower hair.
Yes.
I've got hair like I had when I was 13. It's that sort of come down in your dressing gown and watch Corrie hair, isn't it? That's the sort of, you know what I mean? Feel it. Feel the soft.
Very soft.
Soft, isn't it?
Yeah,
Teddy
soft.
bear hair. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. As usual, the people are here every week. 12, Jemma. 3 months.
Please stop watching them.
3 months.
Stop doing it.
3 months, and give it up, baby, for the soundproofing.
Oh, they probably can't see
They
that.
can. It's on it's there, look.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that. That means no one can hear me scream now. This is it. I'm a tomb. This is the tomb, baby. That feels beautiful. This is AMSR. Just feel that. Ooh, it's beautiful. So good evening, everyone. Jemma, let's stop this and get the song on.
Right,
Let's get the
ready?
top song on.
Okay,
Let's
here
do
we
it.
go.
You didn't notice. 8:15 on a Thursday night, and I got my drink and I feel alright. Ain't got nowhere else to go, so I'm going to the shed show. Shed show. Shed show. Shed show. Good evening. That was Jemma Bennett on the keys. Oh, do you know what? Before
I'll
you
just get my clipboard.
Get your clipboard. Before you disappear, oh, don't knock your arse out. Do you know what? Before you disappear, can I just say something? If you're wondering what this smug glow is, we've just made the beds.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just reminded
Don't
me
you
of
feel
that,
like we don't have to make them anymore when we get in?
I'm genuinely.
Oh, they're
really happy about
genuinely, those are the sort of things that turn me
that. I
on
really
now.
didn't want to do it either, but I'm so
I know we
glad
did it, and
Oh.
also the problem is that we don't know whose pillars whose. So that
No, we did the sniff test.
we did the sniff, but they both smell of clean pillow. And the problem is,
Yeah, yours was a bit fustier than mine.
was it?
Yeah.
I like my pillow. My pillow's battered. I've had the same pillow since I was 9. So the problem is, you do
Am I going down now?
just hover. You're so desperate to get into the corner. Just wait. And what I was saying is that pillow, I'll know about it because when we get into bed later, and if I'm not sleeping on an envelope, her fault. And the other thing is, one more thing before you disappear. The other reason I'm feeling quite happy is that we've had a shoe rack. Yeah.
Oh my God, that should have been on the wall of positivity.
Well, do you know, it's
Next
too good.
week,
It's
next
too
week.
good to. That's on the wall of arousal.
Although I would be ashamed to show how many pairs of shoes I've got.
Well, Jemma said this is the thing. Jemma said I can't do anything about it. I can't slim down. Literally a whole wall of shoes. It's like Jonathan James in there.
No, but I'm like my dad. My dad's still got a pair of shoes from 1976.
She collects them like serial killers collect trophies from the victims. They're everywhere. And then we got this shoe rack. She's done an amazing job. And do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Every time I go up to the bedroom, I walk past and have a look. And it's like every morning, no matter even if I'm feeling depressed, I open the door and go, that is one of the 7 wonders of the world. There'll be pictures of that up next week on the wall. We'll be putting that up.
It's a thing of beauty.
In fact, question for next week, what little things like that make you really happy?
Oh.
That's a really good one, isn't it?
Oh, and the other thing I bought this week was those wire tidies.
Tell them.
Wire tidies.
Wire tidies.
I've tied
She's got them
all the way.
Velcro wire tidies. She's wire tidied everything. She's wire tied. All the kids have wire tidied hair. Everything's been wire tied. Do you know what? In our front room now, the whole wires are together. It's a fire hazard waiting to happen. Wire tidy, goes round with the little things. Wire tidy Velcro, wire tidy.
So happy. Can I go down now?
You go down.
Right,
Gemma's going to be doing the shout outs on the feed. Goodbye, Gemma. See her in a bit. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining us again. Week 12. God, we love you people. Obviously, I don't watch the feed because I get stressed. You all know that by now. So Gemma's going to be monitoring the feed.
Don't look at the feed.
She'll be doing shout outs and stuff, and that should be fantastic because, like I said, it's like expecting Lewis Hamilton to read a Kindle during the Monaco Grand Prix. It's not going to happen. So, what we're going to be doing, I'm going to start, basically, I am going to refer to the Wall of Positivity because it was our daughter's birthday. Olivia, there she is. She was 10 years old last week. And what's wonderful, 10 years old, man. And it's incredible because I noticed as well, we're getting hormones, aren't we, Gemma?
Just a few.
Raging hormones. And I know the day's coming.
Bless her.
Oh, I know where she's going to be really emotional. She's going to be breaking down for no reason. And she's going to be leaving the dinner table to go and cry on the toilet. And I know as a father, I need to be there for her. And I've thought about it long and hard, Gemma. And I've decided the day that happens, I'm going to go in there and ask you to deal with it. That's what... That is what I'm going to do. Shed Show, good evening everyone. With the usual people are there. Oh, it's so good to see everyone, isn't it, Gem?
Yes.
Now, the other thing is, what I do love about both our girls is Sophia she's sort of getting a little bit cocky, isn't she, Gem? She's a little bit... And I've never told you this, but before all the world ended, I was telling her she likes to know where I'm going when I'm gigging. When I used to go out and gig, when that was a thing. And she'll say to me, Daddy, where are you going tonight? And I'll say, I'm going to Oxford. And she'll be like, oh, how far's that away? And I'll say, oh, well, it's an hour and 40 in the car. And once, she honestly, when she was talking to me, she went, Jesus. And I was like, you can't say that, mate. I was like, what do you mean you can't say that? Well, you can't just say... Not that we're religious, but she sounded like a 68-year-old nana who just missed out on a line at Mecca Bingo. It was that sort of, Jesus, Mari, I'm not going to bloody win anything here. The sound's definitely working, isn't it, Jem?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Right, good. And so I've done it. You see, I've looked at the screen.
You're stressed. Stop.
But she's wonderful at Jesus. So I said to her, listen, you've got to say something else than Jesus. I said, try crumbs. So we ran through it, Jem. She went, where are you going this weekend, Daddy? I said, we're going to Oxford. Oh, that's a long way. I said, yeah, it's an hour and 40 by car. She went, crumbs. I went, how did that feel? She went, not as good as Jesus. So we're 12 weeks in, Gemma. The Wall of Positivity, 12 weeks. Can I just refer as well to this person here, Gemma? This was Wills, who got 80 out of 100 for an essay he wrote about comedy, which featured me. Now, I've got an extract from it, and I'll be honest with you, I've read it 6 times, Wills, and it makes absolutely no sense. It's literally... It's like walking around. No, it's like Stephen Hawking's for comedy. I'll read you a quote from it, Gemma.
Please.
Here, Bennett's role, that's me, is not as clear-cut as some of the comedians in Bingham and Green's study, 2015, or Bingham and Hernandez's study in 2009, yet it does serve a purpose. The comedian creates a near group, which he invites those who are both within and outside of the group to laugh at. The laughter at a target, which has different proximities to the audience, reinforces the wider social ties, regardless of proximity to the target stereotype. I'll be honest, Will, I think you're on drugs. However, mate...
It sounds very highbrow.
I think what he means is, I'm piss funny. That's what he means. 80 out of 100. If he's criticising me, I'm so stupid, I don't even know.
No.
So, so who have we got then, Gemma? We got people here?
Yeah,
everyone
Nick
here?
Mellors has only got one pair of shoes.
Who's that?
Nick Mellors.
Nick Mellors, liar.
And Kevin Shepherd loves sorting out his pantry.
Mm.
I've got a pantry.
It's Scottish pantry. I've got to put my shortbread in alphabetical order. It's a terrible racist impression. All I'm doing is just saying what Will said, which was about the stereotypes. I've just proven your point there, Wills. I can do anything, but I'm not doing some of them because I want a career when this is over. However, Gemma, 12 weeks, and I've got to say as well, I want to do a little bit of dedication to someone very special.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered.
Yeah, my shed, because oh my God, this is the thing, because my shed, oh God, I'm going to tell you something now, right? I'm spending more time in here than my own house. I soundproof this. I've done no DIY in the house. I soundproofed a door in a shed, right? The other thing is, like, Jemma, what you don't realise is I spend an awful lot of time in here, and she's an incredible woman. She lets me just get on with scripts and all sorts of stuff, right? And I'm in here writing, and she'll sometimes shout or send the kids, Daddy, they shout me in for my tea. like I'm a 9-year-old playing Kirby. Come on, your mums, it's time for you. I don't want a bath. I don't want a bath, right? And this is the thing. I'm telling you now, right? What I'm saying is, people, get yourself a shed, man. Because, my God, I like my kids. But I love this shed. I love it, man. And again, I've got pictures of it in my wallet, Jemma.
Oh,
I have, honestly. She's nearly 3 now. This is, I mean, they're lovely at that age, aren't they? Do you know what, as well? At the weekend, Jemma, I'm going to treat her.
Yeah.
I am. Bit of Cooper and all. That's what I'm going to eat.
Can't wait.
But this thing is, I've looked into this. There's coping mechanisms for men which involve like these sort of environments.
Yeah.
So there's a thing called the Shedders Association. Now, I'm not taking the piss. Men can't talk about their feelings. So what they do is they get together and they saw wood and talk, Jem. It's like an open prison. The only difference is the only vices these men have, Jem, are the ones holding the wood. That's a very clever Radio 4 joke that, you know, that is why I was on the Now Show for bits of writing like that. Oh, yes. But the thing is, I bet the women who are sending them in there, Jem, right? The women who are sending them there, the wives, I reckon they regret it, you know. Because they're sending their husbands in there 3 times a week, Jem. And I bet they just want the back bedroom wallpapering.
Yeah.
But instead, they're waving Bob off with some sandwiches. Right. And a flask to a scout hut to knock up another spice rack with a retired accountant. They're not getting anything done. I've seen, Jemma, I've seen a lot of man purchases on my timeline. I'm going to lean on the piano now. I feel like I'm in a New York bar. I'm really getting used to the space in here because there is none. Right, Jem, the things I've noticed men buying. Lots of men out there, and I know who you are, chimeneas. We love burning shit, man. We love it.
It's like one of those.
It's primal, isn't it? Especially when next door is just hung the washing out. That's the key. Do you know what I've noticed as well? Sally Dackler. This has not gone by. This has not slipped by me, by the way. Her husband Nick has got a pizza oven.
I know.
A pizza oven, and I saw a video of him blowing the fire through like that, Jem. He was like that, and that is the ultimate man. He was proper hunter-gatherer in that moment because a pizza oven has got pizza, it's got fire. Jem, it's got a big shovel. All you need is some beer and a lap dancer. It's a stag do on your patio, isn't it? That's what it is. The other thing is, right, Nick Mellor's not got one pair of shoes. Who do you think you are, Robinson Crusoe? He's living like Tom Hanks in frigging in Castaway. Do you talk to a volleyball, Nick? What's wrong with you, mate? The other thing, right? I'm rambling tonight, but I'm excited. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying being in here.
Calm down.
I'm too excited. I think I'm going mental. But right, the other one is the electric cool box, right? The fridge.
We've got one of those.
Yeah, but the fridge is meters away. But we've got an electric cool box and we're using it. I use it in here on a Friday night, Jemma, where I come on Zoom and get drunk with other men. I love it. I am more social.
Story.
I'm more social now in this shed than I was before.
I think you've actually got some friends.
I've got friends. The only thing is you have Zoom and booze. That's it. Zoom booze. Booze. The other thing is the leaf blower, Jem. I've seen it. That has to be.
What is the point in that?
It's one of the most pointless. That is an invention that can only have come up by a man, isn't it? That, Jem.
Yeah.
Because it's loud, irritating, and largely pointless, isn't it?
It's one off what's it called?
I don't know, love. You should have thought about that before you stopped the momentum. Come on. That's why you're on the floor and I'm up here.
A blaster thing on the pavement.
A blaster thing on the what?
Pavement.
A blaster thing on the pavement. Do you mean a pressure washer?
Yes!
Friggin' hellfire. Look at Jemma. Imagine Jemma on catchphrase. Blaster thing, pavement. She's just speaking gobbledygook, this woman. Jesus Christ. This is what I have to deal with here. Because she does this, she starts to think and then she's one of them things. Anyway, what I'm saying about the leaf blower, Jem, is it's so noisy, you might as well have a moped under your armpit. Do you know what I mean? A leaf blower, right, Jem? A leaf blower and 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning is the most toxic combination since Fred and Rose West. It really is. Because they're just blowing the leaves around, aren't you? But the thing is, Jemma, we've already got something that does that. The wind. The Win does that for free.
Yes.
The other thing, the big news this week, Gemma.
Yeah.
The tip is open.
Oh my God.
The tip is open. Oh, Nick, you can go get yourself some new shoes. The tip is open, and I am so excited, right? Because I tell you what I've seen, mate. I have seen men drawn towards that like a religious pilgrimage, Gem. They go in. They were praying to the rubble skip like that. What's the matter? What are you doing? What are you doing?
There's loads of people want you to
Oh,
do
for
that.
God's sake! I've got. Oh, is this on?
Ian Hebbings specifically requested that.
The hairbrush. Good
Yes.
God, I'm bullied here. We're going to start seeing folk again, aren't we, Jem?
Oh, yes.
And which is, it's weird because we've still got that social awkwardness now. Like, I was in a DIY shop the other week, and genuinely, social distancing is making it impossible. You know what I'm going to say? There was a woman who bought some wood. She was down the bottom end, and the place is so small. She was pinned in, and she was just going. She said, "What do I do? What do I do?" It was like, well, she says, "How can you socially distance in here?" And this builder who just walked by with some plaster just went, "You bloody can't, love. That's what you can't do." It just, it's just such a weird situation, right? The thing is, like, I think she lives there now. I think she's genuinely still living there, right? And it's like someone's walking around with a grenade. People are just like moving, and there's nowhere you can go, man. Like, we want to go and see my mum and dad. God bless Roy and Madge. They're coming up later, and we want to see them. And they live up in Old Snidel. Now, if you don't even know Old Snidel, that sounds like some sort of wise sage, doesn't it? You got a problem? You go see Old Snidel. You got a problem? Old Snidel, he'll give you a remedy. They're up in Old Snidel. We're thinking we're going to go and sit on their driveways. But what's the point, man? We're going to sit on their driveways like road protesters. Just sat between the cars on deck chairs. You can't relax and tuck into a scone if you're eye level with a catalytic converter, can you? It's impossible, right? And the thing is, like, I mean, it's going to end as soon as one of the kids go, I need the toilet, Daddy. And I'm going to say, well, ones or twos. They'll be like, ones go in the water, but twos go on the geraniums. That's what we're going to have to do, man. And there's a lot of people making money out of this crisis, I think. There's a big COVID industry now. Like, there's masks. Like, ASOS have released like a glittery mask, Jem.
Yeah.
But no, it looks like a belly dancing Terminator. Honestly, it's like you're wearing King Arthur's thong. It's weird. And there's going to be partition screens in restaurants. Have you seen that? You're going to be sat eating dinner like you're on a prison visit, man. And you'll be pressing your hands against the glass like that, just like that, sliding the menu underneath, like with secret messages. One of you smuggled a Rennie in your underwear. The staff will be watching you, like the waiter's watching you, like in case you make any contact. But I mean, most couples anyway sat in silence, but this is going to make it worse, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? But the thing is, I think there's going to be certain good things to come out of it, right? Which is, it's the other thing is, right? I think there's going to be other things. We're back on now, are we?
Yeah, I'll let you know if you're not.
All right, okay. They're on about petrol stations doing all the serving through the night pay hatch, and I say yes, because I'll tell you why. Because the amount of times I'll be sat there waiting to fill up, right? It's a Friday, it's rush hour. You sat there waiting to fill up, and the guy in front of you goes in and does a full week shop. And you're like, no mate, this is a petrol station. There's rules here. Post-apocalyptic shop only, right? Bread, milk, pornography. That's all you're taking to the bunker. If you're walking around saying, "Excuse me, do you stock saffron?" You're a knobhead. Do you know what I mean? You are genuinely a knobhead. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, if you got to do your shop, like, through the night pay hatch, let's see him trying to do a full week shop through a night pay hatch, man. Watch him trying to squeeze a loaf of Warburtons underneath like that. I like watching, like, just shouting through the bulletproof glass, just like, "No, mate, no. It's over there, mate. It's Quavers. It'd be like the Crystal Maze, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like a game show. No, mate, you left at the Frazzles. Up front, you've gone too far. No, just bring us that, mate. That'll do. Bring us that. What's that? 2 litres of antifreeze and some magic trees. I'll chew my way through that for dinner." Like, the other thing, like I'm saying, is like I've noticed in these night pay windows though, they won't give you coffee. That's the weird one. You'll go, "Can I have a coffee?" "I can't make you a coffee, mate." "Why?" "With health and safety." I'm like, "Mate, it's big enough to go underneath the hatch." He's like, "No, it's health and safety." I'm like, "You do realise that behind me on this forecourt, mate, is literally the most highly flammable substance known to man. There's basically 5 bombs behind me, and you won't give me a little latte. What's wrong with you, man?
A little latte.
A little latte. Gemma, we're going to do a question of the week.
Oh.
The question of the week is, why has Facebook screwed my stream up? It was working so well, and I was having such a good time.
I know.
I've got it back though, haven't we? We've got it back.
We're
107. We're back now.
And what are we doing? The question of the week?
Yeah, we're going to do a question of the week.
Are you ready for
Yes, go for it. The question of the week was medical mishaps, right?
Oh,
And we've had
God.
some absolute belters,
Oh,
right?
this has been such a good
My
question.
favourite, here we got, the thing is, I'm going to tell you, we've got a lot of things inserted into orifices, which I have personal experience. That's coming up.
We should discuss that.
We should, well, no, I've got to tell you mine in a minute. However, we've got 2 that are absolutely wonderful. Chris Oxy, when he was a kid, he thought he could make a pencil disappear into his nose, Jem, by doing, do you know, like a magic trick?
Yeah,
and he'd
like
feed
when
it
you
in.
make a cigarette book.
But what he didn't realise is that pen is mechanical and moves with your nose. He just whacked a full HB up there, a full HB, and had to have it removed by those weird angled scissors, man.
That's awful.
Claire Ellis, her sister, twice was admitted to A&E for pushing peas up her nostrils.
I know, that's unbelievable.
And they said nobody knew until they swelled and caused breathing. Now, what I love about that is that they swelled, Jem, so they went in as petit pois, they came out as marifats. And I think that's wonderful, right? So I'm going to tell you about mine, and mine involves this, right?
Oh, for God's
These here,
sake.
I'm going to show you this. Look, I chew my pens.
This
and
would be funny if it wasn't true.
this is totally true. So I chew my pens. I had an itchy ear canal, and this end here, I put it in my ear like
You
this.
are so gross. Can you just address that first of all?
I am gross, but you know, I've got itchy ear canals, man, and I realise my ear canals are absolutely, honestly, my ear canals are like the Channel Tunnel. They're massive, right? So I was doing some work and I was doing this, and then I felt, and I moved my pen out, Jem,
Yeah.
and I knew, and it wasn't there, and I just panicked. And you know what? In that moment, I shouted, "Mum!" I was so bad, Mum! And I couldn't get Mum. So what I do is I run into Gemma, because she's wonderful. And I ran. She was about to teach a class of toddlers French via Zoom, right? I run in.
Literally 3 minutes.
She has to say, just hold on a minute, my 41-year-old husband has a pen end stuck in his own ear. Right? So, and then she was looking with the light, we couldn't get hold of it. And then I got these, and I'm going to say these are the most beautiful tweezers.
Your mum got me them for Christmas.
Mag's got them. They are like what Kardashians use to pluck their eyebrows, them bastards, right? And I just thought, I'm going to, because I rang the doctors, they weren't helpful. They were like, we haven't got the kit. I was right, this can't happen. So what I did, Gemma, I went for it, didn't I? Full on, I went in there, and I managed to get it, and I pulled it out, and it came out with a pop, man. It came out with a pop, and I got it out, and I ran up to the window. I was so happy.
No, explain, because I'm looking out the French windows.
Gemma's looking out the French windows. French
Teaching
windows
a
here,
lesson.
teaching a lesson to kids, and I run up to the window and bang on the window. Do you know like that bit in Wayne's World when he stops him getting married?
Oh,
I
God.
banged on the window and I went, I've got it! The little plug. And do you know what was amazing? I rang my mum. This is Mags for you, Jem. I rang my mum and I said, oh, she said, oh, that's good, that's a relief. And then she went, this is classic Mags. Did you get it all? Did you get it all? I said, what do you mean? She says, well, if you've left a bit in there, the ear canal leads directly to the brain. Bit of infection, you don't want to end up with that, do you? So now I'm really worried. But the best thing is, Gemma, I'm not the only one to do it. I've got an article here of a professor from The Guardian, a professor who got magnets stuck up his nose while inventing a coronavirus device, right? An Australian, he was an Australian astrophysicist. He was admitted to hospital having stuck 4 magnets up his nose in an attempt to invent a device that stops people touching their faces. Well, it would do, wouldn't it? But Daniel Reardon, right, he deals with gravitational waves. He was trying to liven up the boredom of self-isolation, right?
Yeah.
And what he said was, here,
Yeah.
he thought if he built a circuit that could detect magnetic field and we wore magnets, it would set off an alarm when it came too close to your face. The problem is, he pushed 4 up there, Jem.
Oh, go on.
He couldn't get them back out, so he pushed some more up to try and get the magnets out, and they got stuck as well. right? This is the best thing, Gemma. Yeah. Before he attended the hospital, he tried to use pliers to pull them out, but they got stuck up there with the magnets. So he must have looked like a toolbox just walking in, just picking up bits of unbelievable. It's basically a walking electromagnet. And then he said he's going to stop doing other experiments and find a way to pass the time in another way. He says, I'm actually getting a lot of work done now. Working remotely is not that bad. I'm renovating the house, building shelves, making furniture and doing some tiling. And I just imagine that he's got all those items in every orifice. So he's just sort of tiling and grouting with a thing in his butt crack. So what I'm saying is clever people do it as well, right? And the thing is, these mishaps are not just specific to me, right? Brian May, the lead guitarist of Queen, right? He pulled his butt muscles while gardening, right? Now already that's amazing. It's so quintessentially British, this story. No, but it's quintessentially British drama. In LA, gangster rappers get shot at from moving vehicles, right? In the UK, our most famous rock star pulls a butt cheek whilst gardening. That is so, and you can tell he's a qualified astrophysicist, right? Did Brian? Do you know how he said? He said, this is what his quote was to the paper. It's amazing, right? I've managed to rip my gluteus maximus in a moment of over-enthusiastic gardening, which basically means, to the layman, I've been digging and I've torn my arse, pal. It's the most British accident ever. The only way it could be more British was if it had slipped on a cucumber sandwich whilst carrying a pot of tea and listening to the Archers. Seriously, but... oh my God, but we're here. Oh, we're still going. Right, I've got one more disaster that happened to me, Gem.
Oh, come on.
This is a classic,
just
right?
one? Have we only got...
Well, we haven't got time for all of them, darling. Yeah. But the one that happened to me, right? I was in... we were on holiday. It was our honeymoon, wasn't it, darling?
Yes.
And we were...
we've been married 72 hours.
72 hours. I wasn't used to having a ring on my finger. If you like it, you should have put a ring on it. Not if you're a dickhead, right? So... we had this ring, and then we went to Malta, and we were going to swim with dolphins, weren't we, love? We went swimming with dolphins, and I had this ring for 2 days. I don't know if that was a hint, Gemma. I got it stuck. Anyway, we were going to swim with dolphins, and it's not as romantic as it sounds. It was basically a leisure centre, wasn't it? A leisure centre. It wasn't the sea. It was like going to Pets at Home and pretending it's a safari. It was pointless. The dolphins looked miserable, because they say swimming with dolphins makes you feel better. Well, who do they swim with when they're depressed? Because these dolphins needed someone, man. Yeah. Right? So I took this wedding ring off because it scratches their delicate skin, right? Yes. We'd gone and swam with dolphins, and I just put it straight back. I put it on my middle finger because I'm an idiot, right? I didn't even notice. We're having dinner that night. Gemma says, you got your ring on the wrong finger there. And I said, oh, it'll be all right. And we had dinner and stuff, and I got to the room, tried to get some shower gel on it. That ain't moving. That is gone over the knuckle, man. And like... middle of the night, it's swollen up, and I was having dreams about it, like this big finger. Do you know, it like a foam finger on Gladiators. Another one bites the dust. It was huge, man. And then I was like, oh, we'll be all right.
I thought it was going to blow up.
Well, I said to her, she'll be all right. She'll have 13 days left. You can't walk round with a big finger. Imagine that, just ordering, over here, mate. Near the big finger. And so we sort of, I didn't know what to do. In the middle of the night, it swelled up, right? So we went down to reception, didn't we, Jem?
Yeah.
And they got olive oil, they got butter. And like, so they said, oh, you're going to have to go to A&E. We went to this A&E, man. And I'm not saying it was old-fashioned, Gemma, but Florence Nightingale was still working there. Like, it was like a war. It was like being in a war film, wasn't it? You could honestly, if there had been bullets going by and people going, we're going to save him, Sarge, it'd have been perfect because there's just blood on the floor, man. It was awful. And they had, like, I swear at one point they had a dog. Just this dog next to me, man. So they said they got this doctor, and basically the doctor, wasn't he brilliant, Gemma? Because all he did was he brought in all his mates to laugh. Look at this blotchy, sunburnt Yorkshireman with an idiot, right? What an idiot, this sunburnt, blotchy Yorkshireman who stuck this finger on the finger. So basically he tried, didn't he? He tried to cut it off, that wasn't working. And I swear down, this bloke was a porter. I swear he had a bin under his arm, right? He got these, like, pliers, didn't he? Yeah. And he just whacked it under my finger. He didn't even say brace yourself. He pushed against me with his foot and cut through the ring and then give me 2 halves, right? And the best thing was, right, like he gave me the 2 halves back, didn't he? He gave me the 2 halves back, and then he said, like, yeah, we flew home with them in my pocket. And like, people are like, oh, how was your honeymoon? Oh, it was brilliant. Yeah, I split my ring in half. Do you know what I mean? That's not what you want to hear, is it? I mean, we tried everything. We had lube. Of course we did. It was our honeymoon. But it's still... That's the dirty joke I forgot to do. I could cut that at the end. I think basically, Jemma, what we're going to do? Are we going to do the Doctor sketch? Have we got time?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, should we? Because we had to run late because of the.
That's all right.
Thing.
We only lost a couple of minutes.
We only lost a couple of minutes. Okay. Well, what I want to sort of demonstrate now is obviously I had to ring the doctors with my ear thing. And what we're going to do is I want to demonstrate now. We're going to do it's a new feature, Joe. It's a new feature. Is everyone there?
Yes.
We're all there, right? Everyone's there, right?
Yeah.
What we're going to do now is we're going to do a feature. 105 people, they've stuck with us. Thank you. We're going to do a feature, sketches from the shed. Do it, Jemma.
Right, okay. Sketches from the shed, sketches from the shed, sketches from...
That's the same tune as another feature, isn't it?
It's the same tune for all the features.
What we're going to do is unbelievable, right? Careful, Bull, careful, come on. Don't upset the internet.
I know, oh
right.
God.
I am going to play the part of someone ringing for a hospital appointment.
Yeah, I'm going to use this as my phone.
Okay, and Jemma is the receptionist.
Yeah.
So here I am, I'm ringing for a hospital, a doctor's appointment.
A doctor's appointment.
Jemma is the receptionist. Okay.
Shed stain surgery.
Good morning.
Is it?
It was.
How can I help?
I'd like to make a doctor's appointment, please.
What time?
Well, I work during the day.
11:30.
Well, as I said, I work during the day.
11:45.
Have you got anything after 5?
4:30.
What about tomorrow?
You can't book for tomorrow now.
When can I book for tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Right.
Do you want to book for tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Call back tomorrow then.
You definitely haven't got anything for after 5?
6:15.
That'll do. Yes, please.
That's with Dr. Smith.
I normally see Dr. Bailey.
Not available, I'm afraid. He's in tomorrow.
Can I book with him?
Oh, yes.
Great.
Call back tomorrow.
I'll take 6:15 today instead.
Okay, what name is it?
Scott.
Surname?
Bennett.
Is that with a B?
Yes.
What's the problem?
Do I have to say?
Yes.
It's a swollen testicle.
What was that?
It's a swollen testicle.
You'll have to speak up.
It's a swollen testicle.
So that's Scott Bennett with a swollen testicle.
Yes.
Right, so that's Scott Bennett with a swollen testicle to see Dr. Smith at 6:15.
Yes.
Anything else?
I need a repeat prescription.
What for?
My eczema cream.
That'll be ready next Tuesday.
I need it tomorrow.
The doctor needs to sign for it.
Can he not sign for it today?
He won't be until tomorrow.
Can another doctor do it?
Yeah.
Great. Well, ask another doctor to do it.
Okay.
So I can collect it tonight.
You can collect the prescription, but the cream won't be ready till Tuesday.
Why Tuesday?
I don't know.
Can you find out?
Yes.
We'll find out then.
Just hold the line.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
They don't have your cream, they'll have to order it in.
Can you order it now?
No.
Why not?
Because you need your prescription.
Forget about it.
No problem. Have a nice day.
Kiss my ass. And there you go. That is a typical phone call from a doctor's surgery.
Oh, dear.
Basically, everyone now is taking the piss out of my ear. Thank you. We've had lots of mishaps this week. We've had Jemma buying toiletries that she thought were big and turned out to be the size of borrower toiletries. Yeah. That's been very funny. But we've also, I want to do this before we speak to Roy and Mags. Is that all right? I'm going to do one more bit. Is that okay?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
Are we recovered now?
Yes,
I've
fine.
no idea what we'll be left
We only
with.
lost a couple of minutes. Keep going.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine then. I've no idea what it'll end up with or what it'll be on there. But it'll probably come back. It'll come together. It'll come right. Something like some magical person will stitch shit together in internet land, won't they? I'm just going to say something now to you, everyone. I can't wait to be back on stage for 2 reasons.
Okay.
To see you all again and feel human. And so I don't have to look at that goddamn streaming statistics anymore because I am going mental with them. Okay, we're going to crack on. The thing what I want to say is I've made mistakes, right? Mishaps. And I've got one mistake and it happened at the swimming baths, right? I think going swimming as a family is great, but getting changed afterwards is the worst experience ever. And it was proper swimming, not Yorkshire swimming. Do you know what Yorkshire swimming is?
Go on.
20 minutes of exercise, 2 hours looking for pound coins in the lockers. That's Yorkshire swimming. But you start at the bottom, I'll start at the top, we'll meet in the middle. And can I just say as well, when you get to the swimming baths and before you go in to swim, are the people who design the lockers at the swimming baths, Gemma, have they got any concept of how big a swimming bag has to be? Have they seen what is in a family of 4 swimming bag? Because you're trying to fit your entire possessions into what is effectively, Gem, a sharp wine rack. That is what it is, man. So they're getting changed after, right? There's no room in that cubicle. It's like this. It's like this. Seriously, there's a whole family in here. It's like trying to take your trousers off in your wheelie bin, isn't it? It's basically an escape room with nipples because there's flesh everywhere. Honestly, what that looks like if you open the door is like, you know, the butcher's window? Just meat. If you put that fake grass in my butt cheeks, you could sell me for 50p a kilo. You really could, right? And so everyone's in there, everyone's angry. Do you know what I mean? Last time we went, it was just traumatic, right? Because we're in there, we're all just getting on with it. We were afterwards, we're getting dry, everyone's getting dry. Gemma sort of spins round, the kids are messing about, right? And Gemma sort of spun round, no room in there, just smacked me in the face with both breasts. Just full, I swear a nipple went up my nose like that. And after 10 years of marriage and 2 kids, that's technically foreplay. You take that, right? So I'm naked from the waist down, right? I'm trying to get my, underwear back on and get out of there. Now, Olivia, she's been independent. She's pulling on her clothes, right? But as she pulls, she slipped on a puddle of water and she fell backwards. And I see this out the corner of my eye, and I just drop everything and spin round to try and catch her. But because there's no room in there, and she's laughing now, but she didn't at the time, I turned and I struck her. Full contact in the face with my own swinging testicles, people. And there's no... Or testicle, if you've been watching. And there's no way back from it. Because they were all talky as well. They connected with her. And it looked like there was a cloud. It was like someone had high-fived a weightlifter. She just took the full force. And there's no way back from that, is there? I mean, it's 11:30 on a Saturday morning. Thank God she had her mouth shut. It's rare she does. And Gemma couldn't handle it. She just went into the car. She was just like that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, that's illegal, that. That's it. I mean, the kids are vegetarian. It didn't... And people say accidents happen, and mishaps do, but it's not a family day out when you've just teabagged your firstborn. I think that's... Sorry, I mean, we've not been swimming since, so that's not a bad thing, is it? So people said you're an absolute numpty.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
So, hubby did the ring thing. Yeah, too much info, split his ring. Thank you. Someone said they lost a ring in a Christmas turkey. That's proper Mr. Bean, isn't it?
Oh, God.
But you know what? Oh, yeah, when I did that, the ear thing, just to recap on that, I did think if I went to A&E, they'll put you in that, I bet there's a holding pen for dickheads. So it's like the Mr. Bean suite. There's a bloke with a pan on his head, a man with his hand up a bin, me there with my pen top like that, just all children, and I'm 41, man. I think now, what we're going to do, Gemma...
Can you share any other people's stories, or have we not got time?
Oh, God, yes, I have, haven't I? Yeah. I have, God. Oh, my God.
Clipboard,
Oh, God, yes, Jesus. Oh, I've been doing people's questions. Oh, yes, here we go. I've missed that out, haven't I? Oh, your mishaps. Here we go. Right, this is some good here. This is Julia Lemagan. Julia. She says she fell down a bunker at a crazy golf course while celebrating winning the hole.
God, I wish I could have seen
I love
that.
Julia celebrating at crazy golf. Celebrating.
God.
And what crazy golf course has a bunker? Anyway, she said she fell in the bunker. The husband tried to save her, Gemma, and he fell down the bunker. And I love that. That's like someone going into a frozen lake, isn't it? And he went over, and he couldn't walk for the rest of the holiday. He had to have an operation on her knee. Do you know what she says at the end?
Yeah.
Still, I won the golf.
God.
Joanne Britton sniffed soap because she said it was a lovely smell. She sniffed so much up that all the bubbles blistered the inside of her nose, right?
Oh, God.
She tried to wax her own eyebrows, but accidentally took a layer of skin off her eyelid. Jesus Christ. I know a lad, Gemma.
Go on.
He used Veet on the legs to wax his balls.
Oh no!
And he left it on for half an hour.
Oh my God!
Right?
Did you have any balls left?
Balls of fire, mate. That's what he had. It's a new approach to manscaping, that, isn't it? It's basically deforestation. It's just set fire to his nutsack, man. And why would you want, Jemma? Seriously, I don't do much grooming. I give it a little trim. That's it. But I don't understand why you want a bald nutsack, right? I'm just going to say this now. It's the ugliest thing in the world, that scrotum. It looked like E.T.'s head. Why do you want E.T.'s head down there on a date? And he said he had to cancel his first date, right?
No.
He had to cancel his first date because until his testicles have healed. I wonder how he told her, like, I can't go on your first date, love, because my balls are really sore. I mean, that sounds like a cry for help, doesn't it? We got some more here. My God, we've got loads here, Jem. Claire Forrester. I knew a woman who had to go to A&E because she had a spider crawl into her ear. I couldn't get it out.
Oh, that's grim.
That is grim, innit, man? That now, I'm not sleeping tonight now. Basically, if that happens, you've just got to set fire to your head.
Oh.
Because that's over, innit? Incy Wincy
We have got a
Spider.
big one in our bedroom.
Have we?
Spider.
Where?
Yeah. He's gone behind the blind.
Oh, that's me not sleeping. Cheers, Gemma. He's going to be feeding on my mouth juice, isn't he? But it's not got the same ring, has it? Incy Wincy Spider climbing up the ear canal. But then the good news is, Gemma, the good news is they got the spider out.
Oh,
the bad news is it was pregnant.
Oh, gross.
Rachel Mary, a while ago, my husband, Andrew, had a bad back. He rushed home from work to have a quick shower, heading off for an appointment with a physio. Physio asked him to dress down to his undress to his underwear, do a few exercises. He stretched, he got dressed. The physio was really odd with him, she said, when he left. And said it was only when he got ready for bed, he realised he had his boxer shorts on back to front, and every time he bent over, he was exposing his butthole. Fantastic. That's the sort of stuff we expect. I don't know what her husband's name is, I forget his name, but let's just call it's like an exposed hospital gown.
Yeah.
And I love that when you go to a hospital, because if you're not feeling like you've got no self-esteem and quite vulnerable, having your arse flapping round the ward is a fantastic addition to that. Here's another one here. This is the best one. Mark Slate, working at Butlins in Bognor in 93. God, that sort of sentence sounds like a dream, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Butlins, Bognor, 1993. I bet Pat Sharp was headlining. One night, in desperation for a kebab, me and my mate thought it'd be a good idea to climb over a lock gate, 12 foot high with big spikes at the top.
Oh, God.
Yeah, only being 5'7", I didn't make it, and I impaled myself.
No!
And had to have my arse stitched.
Oh!
Do you remember that mate of your brother's?
Oh, yes!
The escalators in London, in the underground, they've got that middle bit that looks like a slide. It looks like a slide. It isn't. Gemma's brother's mate went down there, slid all the way down. He forgot at the bottom there's a big bulkhead.
Oh!
Tore his butt cheeks in half.
Oh,
no,
dear. That is bad.
This is the best one here, right? We're going to do one more, Gem, because we were pushed for time today. We're going to do this one here. We're going to do Richard Clark. I was asked to get firewood for the chimney. Hey, I told you had a chimney. But he had drank too much to think. He had some scrap wood and he needed to cut it. He was too drunk to saw it, so he decided to smash it on the floor. Basically, he used what my DT teacher called a Mancunian saw, which is brute force. Smashed it, and he thought like he'd get it, and he said he whacked it on his head. He whacked it on the floor, and then he thought, oh, it's raining. It's raining. And he was so drunk, he was like, it's raining, it's raining. It wasn't raining, it was blood.
Oh,
because a bit of it had gone up and impaled itself in his head.
Oh, my God.
And then the best thing was, right, he went and got treatment at A&E, came home, his wife didn't even notice. He'd changed his T-shirt, it was incredible. So there's some wonderful mishaps there, man. There's just so many. There's so many. We'll do... I think that's...
I've got one here. Lynette Rooney, I think it was. Her husband pressed the emergency button in hospital, the red one, just out of curiosity. Suddenly, a huge crash team come through the door, and do you know what he did?
What?
Blamed his daughter.
Who's done that? Which idiot's done that?
You!
I'm with you. What is it? Is it Eddie Rooney Senior? Rooney. I love him. I love it because he sounds like the guy out of Ferris Bueller. I've done that, mate. I did it when I went to see my godmum.
Yeah.
She has like a wardinated flat. And they had a button on the wall. And I must have been 35, my own children. And on the way down, I don't know why I did it. I pressed it, mate. I pressed it. And all I heard was this little voice going, Mrs. Long, Mr. Slum, have you had a fall? Have you had a fall, Mr. Slum? And she says, it's me godson. It's me god. She said, oh, they're lovely at that age. Mischievous, aren't they? It's like, he's 35. He's got his own kids. That's all I know better. Do you know what? I was so mortified, Jem. Yeah. I really didn't enjoy the stair lift down. But stinks.
Nice.
Right.
Getting your mum and pa on the blower.
We bloody are, because it's 9:05.
What?
I know, and do you know what? I hope it's been all right tonight, because it just...
Can you stop?
You see, the time I stop watching and stressing is the time it stops working. What's that say about OCD? It's in my head now, isn't it? But thank you for watching, everyone. We've got 102 people. We're going to have Roy and Mags.
Great.
Get them on the phone.
Here they come.
Hello.
Hello. How are you guys?
All right, I'll put you on to your dad.
Wait. All right, put me on to your dad.
Put you on to your dad.
I'll put you on to your dad.
Okay.
Mags.
Hello.
Oh dear.
Hello, Dad. Can you just tell me, has it been working all the way? Has it been working all the way through?
Apart from that hitch.
It was good.
Yeah, apart from the hitch, yeah.
What happened?
Talk.
What happened with the hitch? Did it go off?
Yeah, but
Yes.
he came back and it was fine. You were great.
Exactly.
Fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Fine, love, don't worry.
It's fine, don't worry. Do you know what I love about you, Mum? It's fine, don't worry. If it's in your ear canal, get it checked out. Because it leads to the bed. Do you know what I've been thinking tonight, Mum? And I'll do this before we get Dad on. Do you know what I had a memory of today? I had a memory of today, right? Listen.
Yeah.
Dad, can you turn that up a bit? Cause
It's on max.
my dad swatting flies with a tea towel
Yes.
and then drying up.
Oh!
Do you remember that?
I caught him.
Eh?
I caught him.
I know. Do you know what I love as well? Is he went. I remember he had a handkerchief, didn't he? He used to go up to the window, grab the fly, put it in the bin, and then blow his nose. Absolutely grim.
Haven't you had a wonderful upbringing?
Oh, it's been the best. That's why I'm in a shed shouting into a webcam. Because I've had a terrible childhood. No, I mean, have you got a song? Have you got a song? Because we were meant to come up and see. We can't. We don't know what's happening with the weather. We have to do some weird sort of camping. We're gonna have to shout across the road. It's so bizarre, isn't it? It's so bizarre.
We'll see you one day, love. We will.
We will. And you're gonna come down in the shed.
Yes. Oh no.
Come on.
I
That's
don't
what's
want
happening.
anybody to see who I am.
No!
Don't be. We know who you are.
You're on the board!
Colonel Gaddafi. That's who you are.
No.
Right. What song?
Right, what we
having to play us out tonight?
Now, can I just say, first of all,
Yeah.
don't give out our address, because we don't want people coming in buses and cars wanting a song.
Oh, they want to find out about you, Dad, and your ukulele troupe.
The fans.
The fans.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
The groupies.
ready?
The Yuki groupies.
Right, ready?
I have a song, it's quite an old song,
Right?
Oh, great.
and it was a song called My Boy Lollipop
Beautiful.
Oh, I love this song.
by Millie,
Yes.
who's now passed away.
Oh,
Oh.
keep it light, Dad. Bloody hell.
But,
Oh,
Keep it light, Roy.
That got me, that did.
Oh no.
talking about things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, she
Inviting
was
your dad on a live show. That's one of them.
She was fine up to making this song.
All right.
Right, okay then.
Let's do it.
My boy, lollipop, do-do-do-do. On gold video, do-do-do-do. You are a sweet left hand. You are my little dandy. Whoa, whoa, my boy, lollipop, do-do-do. You'll never ever leave me. Do-do-do-do. Don't say it would grieve me. My heart comes so. I love you so. God, I want you to know. I need you,
just say
I love that one.
That was amazing. That felt like we were abroad.
I know, I love
because it's really hot in here. But it felt wonderful.
I love that one.
I think that's one of your best ones. I think you've rescued it.
Yeah, I love that one.
That was phenomenal, Roy.
It was brilliant.
Well done.
Yeah, I don't mind singing it, but it's having to wear bra and pants on the
Do you know what's lovely? People say, why is it when they ring, as soon as they ring me, you don't answer the phone, but then my mum goes, I'll get your dad. So it's just like one. And the other thing is, why does it seem like it's a surprise? We've done this for 12 weeks.
Well, that's part of the show.
Yeah. Go on.
Because I'm still in makeup.
Oh man.
Oh, well done.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Woo!
Oh, Ryan Mags, everybody.
Yay!
So, we've reached the end of another show. Thank you so much, everyone. Gemma, I just want to say,
yes,
thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. Because, well done, good production. We're getting it now. If it wasn't for, come on, Facebook, work with me. You've been wonderful, as usual, supporting us. Share the stream, share the videos I put out, because that really does help. We want to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing this as a podcast. I've said before, we're going to have proper microphones in here next week. The sound is going to be sweet. We've got soundproofing now. I'm investing in this for you guys. So if you did enjoy the show, you want to drop me a donation, don't feel like you need to. It's always, we're 12 weeks into some mad lockdown, but just watching and sharing is good enough, isn't it, Jem? That's more than enough.
Brilliant.
That's more than enough. So we'll see you next week. Stand Up From The Shed, 8:15 every Thursday here, then on YouTube. Do check us out. Check out Gemma on TikTok. She's been an idiot with a tash on. She's featured on there. What is it you're featured on?
Oh,
Some best TikTokers or something. I don't know. She's on there. I don't know what she's doing. This is the thing. She could have an affair. I'd have no idea. But thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. We will get through this. It feels very surreal at times. But I love you so much. Thank you for supporting us. And we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Bye.